Here's what most people don't realize about Joel Embiid's relationship with basketball: it's been complicated from day one. While fans debate his legacy and critics question his durability, there's a deeper story unfolding in Philadelphia that goes beyond the box scores and injury reports. The big man's latest comments about feeling pretty good heading into the new season carry more weight than typical media day optimism. After managing just 19 games last year, Embiid isn't making promises he can't keep. Instead, he's embracing something that might be more valuable than false confidence: brutal honesty about his body's limitations. What strikes you about Embiid's current mindset is his acceptance of uncertainty. The former MVP has acknowledged that his return timeline remains unclear, but this isn't the frustrated tone of a player fighting against reality. This sounds like someone who's finally learned to work with his circumstances rather than against them. Embiid's injury troubles began even before he entered the NBA, with a stress fracture in his right foot costing him 2 seasons right after being drafted. Since then, it's been a pattern of bone bruises, meniscus tears, and surgeries that have defined his career as much as his dominant performances. But here's where the narrative shifts. Embiid's approach to this latest setback feels different. He's talking about listening to his body, taking things day by day, and being honest about when he can and can't play. For a player who's built his identity around being the process, this represents a fundamental evolution in thinking. Paul George's presence adds another layer to Philadelphia's injury equation. Both stars are coming off knee surgeries, both are taking cautious approaches, and both understand that their partnership's success hinges on availability, not just talent. George's comment about last season being rock bottom captures the frustration that injuries bring to championship aspirations. The Sixers' 24-58 record last season wasn't just about missing their stars. It was about the psychological toll of constant uncertainty. Teams can game plan around known absences, but the unpredictable nature of injury management creates chaos that extends far beyond the missing player. What nobody talks about is how this uncertainty affects team identity. When your franchise centerpiece can't guarantee his availability, every other piece of your roster exists in limbo. Role players don't know if they're temporary replacements or permanent fixtures. Coaching strategies become reactive rather than proactive. The bigger picture: Embiid's honesty about being unpredictable at times might actually be the most encouraging thing he could say. It suggests a player who's finally aligned his expectations with reality rather than fighting a losing battle against his body's limitations. This isn't surrender, it's strategic adaptation. The question isn't whether Embiid can return to his MVP form when healthy. We know he can. The real test is whether Philadelphia can build a sustainable system around his unpredictability, and whether Embiid can find peace with a career that's been defined by what-if moments rather than sustained excellence. As the Sixers prepare for another season with championship hopes riding on fragile knees, Embiid's journey represents something larger than basketball. It's about accepting the hand you're dealt while still believing in the possibility of greatness, even if that greatness comes in smaller, more precious doses than originally planned.